You already know what it is, family. GMOG Media TV, GMOG Sports TV, Great Man and Guy Media TV, back with another one. All right, family. So I want to talk about the fight coming up this weekend between David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade, happening November 25th in Las Vegas, the T-Mobile Arena. I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm going to also address the undercard as well, but let's get right into the main event between Benavidez and Andrade. This fight, I like this fight a lot, and I'm definitely going to be watching it. Um, the thing about this fight is, Benavidez is coming off a win against Caleb Plant, where, in my opinion, I mean, it was a good win between Caleb Plant, but at the same time, I think he should have stopped Caleb Plant because he was a softer version, pause, facing David Benavidez when he fought Canelo, right? Canelo stopped Caleb Plant, and David didn't stop him. Nonetheless, he did dominate Caleb Plant and won a 12-round decision against Caleb Plant, right? So like I said, it was a good win. I just think he should have stopped him. That's my only concern really is David Benavidez has a lot of advantages. My thing is that, and I'll break that down a little bit later. Talk about the key points of what should happen in this fight between David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade, right? Now, as far as Andrade's concerned, Andrade's coming off. I'm gonna blow up my screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at on BoxRec. David is coming off a win. Excuse me. Demetrius is coming off a win against Damon Nicholson in January, right? He looked decent. Not the best performance. He looked decent, but he got the points victory against Damon. You know, my thing is with Demetrius Andrade, he's a southpaw. He is athletic. He uses his angles very well. He uses lateral movement very well. The only question I have for him is his gas tank. Will he be able to do that for 12 rounds? Now, people compare Demetrius Andrade to Caleb Plant. And I see some similarities, but not all the way, right? Caleb Plant is a much more, in my opinion, much more better defensive fighter than Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade, he leaves based off, how he throws his punches. Some of the looping punches he throws a lot of looping punches, to be honest. He leaves himself open for counters. So he has to throw, in my opinion, just throw straights, work off the jab, right? Work off the jab and fight in angles, right? And leave David Benavidez off balance, meaning that don't let David Benavidez plant his feet. Once David plants his feet, it's a wrap because he was able to throw those combinations and be able to open you up, pause, and continue to wear you down. If David Benavidez is not planting his feet, and he's always fighting off the the front foot, that's when I say, Demetrius Andrade has an advantage. So if he's able to have David Benavidez fight off the front foot and not plant his feet and continue to lose lateral movement, I would definitely give Demetrius the edge in that fight. However, I'm still questioning Demetrius Andrade's gas tank. I don't know if he can keep that up for 12 rounds. He's 35, 36 years old. I don't know if he can keep that up for 12 rounds at all. So, in my opinion, I'm giving the edge to David Benavidez to win a 12-round decision against Demetrius Andrade. It's going to be an ugly win. And people are going to be talking about him fighting. This is one of my opinion. People are going to be him talking about Canelo Alvarez. It's long overdue. He should fight Canelo Alvarez. based off this performance with Demetrius Andrade, it's going to be an ugly win, right? I don't see any knockdowns in this fight. However, I would not be surprised if somebody gets knocked down or even stopped. If somebody gets stopped, it would be on David Benavidez's side to stop Demetrius Andrade. However, I don't see a knockdown. I don't see nobody getting stopped. I just see two fighters going at it. It's going to be a chess match. And I think like the first half of the fight, at least the first 6-7 rounds, that Demetrius is going to implement his game plan where, like I told you, where he's going to use a lot of lateral movement angles to offset the timing of David Benavidez. He's not going to allow David to plant his feet to throw those punches. But then he's not going to be able to keep that up, and he's going to wear down during the second half of the fight. And that's when David is going to turn up the heat, if you will, and throw those combinations and punches, right? And I see Demetrius, doing the movement in spurts, but that's not going to be enough to finish or to allow him to get the points victory. So that's how I see it, family. That's how I see it in this fight. I got David winning this fight by points, 12-round decision, right? And I'm going to have my parlay up as well. I'm taking bets on this fight, for real. Now, with the other fight, with David's brother, Jose Benavidez versus Jermall Charlo, that's an interesting fight, because Jermall Charlo is coming off a very long layoff, over 2 years. And Jose Benavidez is fighting at a catchweight at 163. So this fight is coming off. This fight is not going to be for a title, and it's going to be at a catchweight. They agreed to a catchweight. I'm not sure as to why, and none of the media folks asked them why this fight is at a catchweight. I'm not sure why. Y'all media folks, y'all got to do y'all job. Ask Charlo why this fight is at a catchweight, and why there's no title on the line for this fight. I would have asked that question, but nobody asked those questions. But yeah, it's at a catchweight at 163, and there's no title going to be on the line. However, this fight is taking place, and they're going to be fighting tomorrow night. So, very interesting fight. Charlo still has advantages, right? Power, ring IQ is much better than Jose Benavidez. Jose Benavidez, just like his brother, they just throw a lot of combinations and punches. They throw punches and punches, right? That's what they do. So I'm giving the edge to Jermall Charlo, but the big if factor is his layoff, the ring rust. That is the big it factor. I don't know how he is going to be with the long layoff and how that's going to affect him, because ring activity matters. It's very important that you must fight. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, those are my predictions, and I guess you could say my fight breakdown for David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade, and Jose Benavidez versus Jermall Charlo. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, family. Until next time, signing out. Peace.